Tiger Trades here, just doing another oil update real quick. You may be wondering why oil was having such a terrible day. It's because of the U.S. government. They are basically speeding up the SPR release that they previously announced, and it looks like they're going to be pulling some things forward. So we are going to be in for a very interesting final fourth quarter for oil markets, because besides this whole mess of draining the SPR and then having to refill it, which the funny thing is, the U.S. government thinks they're going to be, they plan on buying back the oil at or below $67 to $72 per barrel. I highly doubt that they're going to be able to do that. This whole draining the SPR is probably going to be a very big burden. I'm expecting very high gas prices and oil, like I said, to like November. Who knows what's really going to happen? People could let it trade up in anticipation for December. And even on this curve right here, I still have it only at like, and you know, this is just hypothetical. I only have it at about 90 by December 1st. So that's when the U.S. began selling more oil from the SPR on December 1st. December 4th, we have the OPEC meeting. December 5th, full EU sanctions on Russian oil kicks in. So there are about to be some major fireworks in the oil market in the coming months here. So I would strap in and be ready. Like I said, 110, 112 probably easily by the end of the year, with all these catalysts and potential really black swan events. Like we have no idea what's going to happen here. This is kind of unprecedented. This could really get out of control here. So let's hope this kind of calms down. Other than that, I just wanted to touch on the SPX. I'd noticed that it regained its 20-day. I know this technically isn't a gap right here because I technically consider it still a gap because that was the fifth largest intraday reversal in the history of the SPX, in the history of the S&P 500. So a gap down like that and a reversal is unheard of. So I'm still going to consider that a gap that filled, but this next gap already filled. So I think the bears are going to be taking control here for at least a little bit. Yeah, that was the wild day right there. So it regained its 20-day. RSI is getting back up there, and other than that, I don't care about ad-free because I don't use a million indicators, and I don't need to have an aneurysm looking at my chart. Other than that, I wanted to touch quickly on this Paris trade I brought up the other day. I think I actually brought it up on the 12th. I'm not sure. But it was just, so far I was just saying short XRT, go long banks as a Paris trade. And it's been working out in some fashion because banks are outperforming. But I'd rather this to be down if that's, a true Paris trade. Other than that, just to recap, CANO Health, surprisingly, those people are hanging out up in the 10 calls for November. So someone thinks this is going to close, and they're going to get that bid way up there because they're hanging tight. They're not budging. Well, I mean, they're pretty much worthless now too, but they're hanging on to a lottery ticket. And then for the FEZ, FEZ, Euro Stocks 50 ETF Spider, they're still hanging on to those calls that expire January 2023. These are shorter dated. These are November, so 31 days from now. So yeah, that was just a quick update. Oil, it's kind of screwed. S&P, we look good for right now. Oil, who even knows for this next month? I'm guessing with people becoming aware of the trouble we're in right now, I'm guessing oil starts to trade up into this news. And I don't think it's going to be a sell the news event. I think it's going to be people buy even more on the news because the news is going to send it rocketing. I truly believe that OPEC Plus and the Saudis are going to retaliate. There's been more geopolitical tensions there, so we'll have to see. All right, everybody, take care. Happy trading. I don't know if I think I mentioned I'm going to work on having my buddy make me a little jingle doodle intro thing to have some more pep to it, you know. All right, take care. Happy trading.